Everybody, welcome back to What Elon Said. This is a special weekend edition, May 7th, 2022. Elon had a lot to say. We've got commentary about what Elon expects out of his managers, the 2021 Tesla Sustainability Impact Report. We got another SpaceX and Starlink successful launch, and we got a huge influx in Twitter job searches. So let's dive into it.
Hey,
See what we got up here first. So this goes back to late yesterday. Let's just dive right into choppy territory here, choppy waters with
yeah,
Elon.
yeah,
And we got New York Post saying that Trump quietly encouraged Elon Musk to buy Twitter, Truth Social CEO says. And Elon responding here swiftly with, "This is false. I've had no communication directly or indirectly with Trump, who has publicly stated that he will be exclusively on Truth Social." Um,
yeah.
so let's just
Uh,
get right down to the heart of it. Isn't this really at the heart of what everyone's freaking out about in regards to Elon's purchase of Twitter?
yeah, one person,
Yeah.
and and Elon really laid out the gauntlet here by one saying that no, the rumors are false, but also he kind of put it out there that Trump's not coming. Trump said he's not coming on, and he's holding him to it. So hopefully, this ends any conversation about Trump coming on there somehow,
Mhm.
because he's reiterating it here. So who knows?
Yeah. I mean, he's putting it out there. Elon is saying, "Hey, you publicly stated that you'll exclusively be on your platform. So
Yeah,
probably a good idea to stick to that word." But
yeah.
I don't know.
Knock
We'll
it
see.
out.
We'll see how it
We'll
plays
see.
out. But
We'll see.
yeah. But I
So
do
we'll
think that that's really at the heart of what a lot of people are scared about, is that he represents a certain um, sector of the population, particularly in the U.S., that people don't want to have a mouthpiece. So
no, he tweets a lot, has a huge audience, and the last time he was on Twitter, he incited a riot on the capital of the U.S. So people are a little nervous
yeah,
about him being
yeah,
back
people a
on
little
there.
nervous, probably
Yeah,
rightly so. But but there it is.
there it is.
There's validation directly from Elon that I'm not just doing this so that Trump can get back on Twitter. You know,
No, no,
well, I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right.
we shall see.
Yeah. Well,
Moving on.
yeah. There
Oh,
we go.
and,
Making us
and,
small here. Moving
yes,
on. Holmar's catalog says the future of journalism is ordinary people reporting directly what's happening in their own words, and tags Elon here. And Elon responds. It says, "I'm a big believer." He said this before. "I'm a big believer in citizen journalism and following individual journalists over publications." And right, that's really what Twitter is, isn't it?
it
In a lot of
is.
ways.
It is many voices reporting rather than one, and the right voices will bubble up to the surface.
Yeah. Yeah. I listened to a podcast with Neil deGrasse Tyson this morning.
Yes,
It was on I think it was, Novo, I think. Y- Someone's
Nova.
podcast, Novo.
Huh.
Um, and yeah, he took this opinion as well that you just stated, which is, I think it is wrong to muzzle voices. And anytime that you muzzle a voice, you basically give them the opportunity to say, "Look, I tried to say something and they wouldn't let me say it." What you need
Yes,
to do is allow voices to speak, but um, skill or educate people with the foundation of critical thinking and scientific approaches to the world that will allow the truth to rise to the top, like you're saying.
absolutely, absolutely. That's you gotta let it be free.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, the quickest thing to make something a bestseller is to ban it.
it's to ban. Yeah, exactly. um, you know, I I just think yeah, banning is crazy. So but I
Yes,
mean, there's limits too. So I don't know. It's all right at the core of this
we
whole
definitely
debate.
know his philosophy. He's stated it that he believes in free speech and public talking are the only, as I've said, the only concern, and I think you reiterated, is how is he going to handle outside of the Western countries, I should say, uh, Twitter in countries like China, which I think some of them are investing, Saudi Arabia, when they're investing, it's little shady investors. That's my biggest concern about what's going on here, but I'm sure it will be handled in some way.
Yeah. I mean, no one knows, but
Yeah.
I think we'll see in the next 12 months or so, 12 to
Yeah.
24 months.
But I like to see that he's saying free journalism. That's good.
Yeah.
And oh, this one is great. Back to like the how he'll do it, in the sense that Elon just tweeted, no retweet or something. He just, this is actually in response to a Fortune article.
Yep.
That job interest is skyrocketed at Twitter more than 250%. And Elon is saying that, he's going to take on people who are really focused on software engineering, design, and server hardware. This is in security. So he knows how to bring on the coders, how to bring on the engineers.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to let them unleash them on Twitter like there's been nothing done before. I also think this is sort of a warning for current Twitter employees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we shall
all
see.
7,000 of them.
Yes.
No, I mean, look, I think that's one of Elon's top skills is being able to attract talent. And I think the reason that he's able to do that, this is still forming in my mind, but over time of listening to what he says, he really knows his stuff. And I think people respect the individuals who know their stuff, who can hold a conversation when it comes to rocket science or sustainable energy or software design or whatever it is. I think he's shown that he knows what he's talking about and he can be successful with it. And so that
oh yeah,
and he's genuine. Like he's just genuine, and he says he doesn't change his tune all the time. He's been saying the same things over and over for years in different forms or fashions, but reiterating the same message. And I think that garnishes respect.
I think so, and we're chronicling it here. So,
yeah, and it's also very like sci-fi tilted too, which I think a lot of folks who go into technology industry are as well.
I agree, definitely aspirational.
Well, speaking of, we have Kevin Mitnick here, who I think his Twitter handle said he covers hacking or like hacking. I don't know. You read the tweet, and I'll
hacking special.
Yeah.
Oh, so he said, "InfoSec. That sounds interesting." And Elon responded, "Haha." So he likes to joke around.
He's chief hacking officer at No.B4, security consultant, public speaker, and author whistling ICBM launch code since 1988.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah,
future Twitter employee.
He's just like, info security, interesting. And then someone follows up here and said, "Can we get the old Twitter layout back?" I don't.
Yeah. Okay. The suggestions come in.
Yes, here they come. And he says, "So much to be done on layout. Every single pixel matters. It's a hard problem." So, I don't know. I don't know what the point of responding to that was, if that's someone he knows, but maybe it was just referring or demonstrating that he knows what he's talking about for any one of those technical inquisitors into Twitter roles that were out there.
And here he's as sort of following up on what I said before. I jumped the gun. That Elon tweeted, "I strongly believe that all managers in a technical area must be technically excellent." That would be a good requirement. Managers in software must write great software, or it's like being a cavalry captain who can't ride a high horse.
Yeah.
Also, work ethic expectations would be extreme, but much less than I demand of myself.
Yeah. So that second one was a follow-up a day later. I guess he was revisiting that thought of what are his expectations of his people.
And
strong work.
It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a lot of turmoil because I think you said before that his every company he's had so far, he started and attracted people who wanted to, bleed their lives for the cause. This time he's taking over a company where I don't know if a lot of people might not have the culture there of the work ethic expectations being extreme. So, and also I'm sure there are people who are managers that are not great software coders.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I mean, I think he definitely goes the route of I don't really care about your managerial people skills. It's the technical skill that matters, right? And I think
That's
that's
right.
how his companies have accelerated to a great extent. But I don't.
Yes.
I don't. I mean, what? This is not Kevin's personal opinion podcast, but I mean, I think it's good to have a well-rounded, diverse workforce with different sets of skills. Some of which are people skills.
I agree. I sort of think he's saying all this now to route out a lot of people before the takeover. Even that, he's saying these things, and a lot of people will just apply for other jobs. They're like, he's saying these are the expectations, and then people realize I better get out of here.
Yeah, like I'm gonna be discovered, or I'm just not prepared to give my life to the organization the way he's going to expect.
Right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, that's a good point. Here we have Elon busting up a rumor, which actually
Another
May
one.
Musk, his mom,
Number
busted up first, but it also just shines a light on some of the fraudulent activity going on Twitter and just social media in general, I'd say. But this was posted by Sugar Pop, which, if you note, is at New Y Post. And it was originally they had the New York Post sign up as their profile picture, but they're saying that It Girl Sky Ferreira declined a date with Elon after being asked by his team at the Met Gala. So May Musk jumps in here. I think it was still titled a New York Post profile pic at the time. She jumps in and says, there was no team. I was with Elon, so no. And then Elon, a little bit later in the day, followed up and says, I didn't ask anyone out or request particular seating. And then I saw underneath that there were a number of comments saying, Elon, it's a fake post, just pointing that out. And then he's saying that this rumor originated with a parody account, but got picked up by real media and Twitter trends. Sigh.
Yeah, that he's saying the sigh about the Twitter trends of he's buying a company that's feeding rumors about himself.
Yeah, fake rumors.
That's right.
So I think it shows how intricate these fraudulent accounts are, and like how difficult it might be to root them out. I don't know. I personally have I report every fraudulent account that there is on Twitter and activity that I find.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, and it seems to have helped with my own personal experience on the platform. But I'll say on other platforms, whether it's Instagram or YouTube, it is maybe I just haven't gotten to the point where I know how to report them, but it is out of control more so than on Twitter on those platforms.
Yeah,
I find.
Yeah, I know. When you good thing about YouTube is you don't really have to see them. Twitter, you kind of it's in your face. Instagram, I never use, so I don't know.
Yeah,
but I wonder if things like the algorithm has always been the argument about suggestions. That's how people get pulled down the rabbit hole. I wonder if he'll just turn it off, like this trends and suggested part of it, and just let you follow the people you want to follow without having. I mean, I wish I could turn off the suggested stuff, to tell you the truth.
Yeah. Definitely the ads. I would love that. I don't feel like there's a whole lot of suggested stuff, but maybe there's more than I'm aware of.
I have a lot.
Really?
I have a lot. It always says like it says an interest in your feed, and then below it says like some person I don't follow. It just suggests people in the feed.
Okay, interesting.
I find that more annoying than the ads. The ads I don't mind because it's easy. I'm not going to be pulled down the rabbit hole. But then the suggested things pulls me into things, and I'm like, why am I in here?
This is not the cocktail party that I want to be.
Yes.
Chatting. There's opportunity there.
There's opportunity. Here is Subatashi Nakamoto, our favorite person here. Yep. The first rule of passive aggressive club is, you know what? Never mind. It's fine. Elon like this.
That's a good one. just
It's
just
good.
a little fun mixed
A little
in here.
fun.
Yep. Yeah, so big day yesterday. Tesla released their impact report, 2021 impact report. I haven't read it all yet, but there was many posts linked under the official Tesla Twitter handle, with slides and just facts from the report. And Elon liked and retweeted a number of them. But yeah, gotta check that out.
Yeah, we'll probably be going into a couple of those here.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. First up here is that we created
mhm.
nearly 100,000 direct new jobs in just one decade and are planning to grow for years to come. Here's a
Wow,
chart of total employees from 2010. So
going
good
up
stuff. Yeah.
exponential. Yeah,
Yep.
that's
All
amazing.
right. Well, shooting off side road here. I think we do have another slide or two, but we got
That's okay.
news that there was, yeah, another Starlink mission completed.
Yeah, it's just now it's just like daily, just throwing them up there,
Yep.
throwing up those satellites.
We'll know that
Um,
it's really become the norm once Elon stops retweeting that it's
that's
happened.
true. That's
And it's
true.
like,
You
yeah, I don't
doesn't
need to pay
even.
attention to that anymore.
That's right.
Just regular day-to-day.
53 Starlinks. I have to look and see how. I know that they keep launching them, but I don't know how long it takes before they start burning up. Like they have to replace them every
Mm-hmm.
90 days, every 4 years. I don't know how long each round of Starlinks lasts up there. So it's
Yeah,
very low orbit, so I know they don't last too long. They have to constantly throw new ones up.
interesting. Um, do you think that you think that the lifespan could be like less than a year? You think? Or
Could be. I mean, it's very low orbit, so it's possible. Matters how much fuel they have to maintain their orbit. Otherwise, you're just pulled in.
yeah, good
I'm
point.
not sure.
Some
Something to
homework,
look up.
some homework for us. Or if
Yeah.
anyone has comments, leave them below.
Yes.
Let us know. So here's Sam Kuros from ARC saying that the other crazy stat is that 3 million people applied to work at Tesla in 2021, and Tesla added about 28,500 people in 2021. Probably an interesting opportunity to create an education pipeline. And he's saying, we must be
Hmm.
doing something right. So, yeah, good stuff.
Yes.
Maybe the future university, Elon's
Elon.
university, just
Yeah. The
feed
Musk
engineers
Institute.
right into SpaceX and Tesla.
Yes. Could
So
be
here's
straight
a
in.
message that, of course, is reiterated over and over from Elon, that Tesla's using autopilot. This is a Teslarati article. Tesla's using autopilot are 8 times less likely to be in an incident compared to the total U.S. vehicle fleet. And Elon, of course,
Hmm.
saying this will trend to well over 10 times safer. I was just listening to an interview today from, I think, 2018, South by Southwest, and yeah, he was saying the same message then
And now
about.
it seems like it's here. I mean, this is if it's 8 times less likely. I mean, their goal is to be 10 times, right? 10 times better than a human.
Yeah, at least 10 times, of course.
Um, so, but 8 times already, I didn't expect to see that number that fast.
Hmm.
So, very, very impressive.
Yeah, I think that that's going to be the statistic that drives adoption.
Yeah.
I don't think it'll
With
be
a,
the convenience and the fun factor of it will be second to
yeah.
the safety factor, which I think will make the governments adopt it and ultimately consumers.
Yes. Once a robo taxi fleet will be there because no one can afford to buy it the way it is right now. It's unaffordable.
FSD at twelve
Yeah, if
thousand
you're buying a
dollars.
Tesla with FSD is mucho dollars.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think no one can afford it because
Well, no one,
they
but
have
I'm,
a
I'm not saying no one.
backup
I'm
to
saying the
demand.
the average person, the average person really can't afford that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like
I think
70, 80,000 dollars to buy a
I
Tesla
think
with
it
that in
was
there.
Gary Black that said that, maybe the next gen model $25,000 vehicle is really just robotaxi, and we're at a point now where it's like, well, the software is basically going to make that type of car. So the robotaxi is going to become the more affordable uh, autonomous
Yeah.
driving
Oh, I
that
think you're right.
that will
They
be
said
adopted.
that at the Gigafactory premiere, right? Then they say the next one is going to be they were planning just to have a car with no steering wheel and no.
Yeah, but it's not like those are going to be bought by consumers. I don't think. I think those will
Oh,
be
that
a fleet run by Tesla. And so
got it.
basically, like your $25,000 vehicle won't be, hey, I'm going to have one sitting in my driveway. It's going to be,
Yeah,
now I don't own a car, and my $25,000 will go in a lifetime to, riding in a robo taxi.
that's right.
Interesting.
Interesting.
All right, this is the most important news. I'll let you take this one.
Oh yes. Over 500 kilograms of cocaine found in coffee delivery for Nespresso, the big coffee company in Europe. And Elon said, copycats. It's very funny.
Which is, of course, in reference to last week when Elon was saying, let's bring back the original Coca-Cola recipe.
Yeah, with cocaine.
And now it looks like Nespresso is trying to copy that.
That's right. He's referencing his own quotes. How does he come across that? He's like reading Reuters feeds.
I don't know. We would love this. This would be the dream of this podcast. Would be to, I guess, spend a bathroom experience with Elon so that we could watch how he zips through Twitter. How do you do it, man?
That's right.
So here's Holmar saying, I'm out recording some FSD beta drives, and they're all zero takeover. Tesla is really at a turning point here. And Elon responding, saying, next release 10.12 is another step towards all neural nets using surround video and reconciling output to unified vector space for control code. Improves complex intersections in heavy traffic. Many upgrades to core code, so taking longer to debug issues, probably Wednesday or Thursday release. Oh yeah, just a little longer,
A little longer.
Not quite 2 weeks. Wednesday, Thursday next week.
So I wonder how many they have before 11. Like, it's 10.12. Will it be 10.28? Or will we go to 11 soon?
I think it needs to be a mega milestone achieved to shift the front numbers.
I think so. I think this is my guess. This is a very serious guess here, that they're waiting to go full self-driving, where it's 10 times better, like perfect, will be version 11, because then they can say, we're not just at 10, we've gone to volume 11.
Absolutely. Oh man, to have it a Spinal Tap reference is definitely going to happen. I think you're right. That is not a far-fetched hypothesis here.
Yes.
About what's going to happen. Oh man. So here we have Shibatoshi Nakamoto. Trust is very difficult to earn and very easy to lose. And Elon puts a different spin on that common phrase that he says, like thrust on a rocket. Difficult to earn, easy to lose.
Interesting.
Yeah. Looks at everything through a rocket scientist perspective.
Where his mind is these days.
Yeah.
Yes. Now here, Tim Urban said, have you experienced deja vu? And Elon said, it just keeps happening. Dun-dun-dun. You need the drums after that.
Yeah. I don't know how he responded to that, but I guess with yes, often.
Yes.
And here's a stat from Shibatoshi Nakamoto. It's beyond bad. It's the worst it has ever been in history. And this is a graph of home price to median income ratio. It's not looking good. And Elon shouts with 2 exclamation points here.
Yes.
So sort of a real estate / macroeconomic
yes
topic here.
The only weird part about this chart to me is, why was it literally so low? Like, did it drop that low in 2010? I know there was the crash, but man, it went way back down.
Yeah.
To affordability. I don't remember back then everything being suddenly that affordable. I remember things dropped, but not that much.
Well, you are in the tri-state area there, so
that's true. It's true. It's a little different.
Yeah, it's an alarming statistic here. Either way.
Yes. Ominous for what might come. So,
although there seems to have been some cracks in the veneer there on the real estate market, right? From what you're following.
Yeah, I mean, from everything I'm hearing is all hearsay, sort of that. Well, Zillow had a report the other day that said things are slowing down, but definitely the rumor mill around here and some other places that the wheels have literally just stopped. Like everything was going in a day just 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, and now people can't sell a place to save their lives. So things are stopping very fast.
People were only willing to accept less than 1% interest rates on their mortgage.
Yeah.
And now with a 50 basis point increase, I'm out.
Yeah, no, not that. I mean, around here, there were houses recently that they were selling all cash.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's bonkers. I don't know.
Yeah.
And probably above asking price. I didn't get it. I
definitely
still don't get it. But,
definitely above it. Yeah.
We'll see what happens. I don't know. Doesn't look great.
No. But more affordable for the buyers. So 20 years ago, SpaceX was founded. So I guess it was that, I don't know if this is done because of Boca Chica, but they weren't down there then. So I don't know if it was founded on Cinco de Mayo.
I think it was pretty close to that. So this was on May 6th. But
May 6th, so they
were obviously celebrating.
Yeah,
for the mariachi.
Except I always love this picture because it looks like the only one happy here is Elon.
Yeah, everyone else looks extremely awkward.
They're all like, "Can we go back to our computers, please?"
Yeah.
Yes.
This was more commentary from Daniel Zhao about the increase in interest in Twitter roles, but just noting here that it has in the rumor mill here that Musk is expected to serve as temporary Twitter CEO after the close of the deal. And this Daniel Zhao is just saying, with the announcement of Elon's Twitter acquisition, interest in Twitter jobs on Glassdoor has rose 263%. That's crazy. And while this got significantly more attention than I expected, I feel obliged to warn any readers, new followers, that I really rarely tweet about Elon. Stick around, though, if you'd like to see some labor market charts and analysis.
Yeah. He's like, I don't want to get stuck in the Elon, paparazzi.
Yeah.
If that is true, though, it's interesting that the CEO right now is definitely out. That's the first I heard about that.
Yeah, it doesn't look too good for him. But
yeah,
I don't know. That's just a rumor right now.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, we shall see.
Here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, I'll let you do it, but it's just bringing it back to the impact report from Tesla.
Yeah, I didn't read the impact report, and actually this whole tweet series is a little confusing to me. So you might have more insight on it. But the global supercharger network was 100% renewable in 2021, achieved through a combination of on-site resources and annual renewable matching. Additionally, all home charging in California was 100% renewable through annual renewable matching. I don't understand what that means in terms of the home charging was 100% renewable.
Yeah, I think it's just saying that, if there are power walls in homes, that the power being fed to them is from renewable sources. And also the supercharger network is 100% renewable. So there's the argument to be made that, okay, you drive an electric vehicle, fine, but where does the energy come? Once you plug it into the wall, what's fueling it? And that's fossil fuels. There's coal mines being burned or coal factories feeding that electricity to the grid, which is essentially fueling your car. Now, of course, the pushback to that is that, well, that's way more efficient. But Holmars is saying that the global supercharger network itself is 100% renewable, all sourced energy from renewable sources, either directly from renewable or matched.
Yeah, I just don't understand if the charger's in your house, how on earth are they going to know the electricity coming to your house is renewable? I
mean, you're asking what Holmars' source is for his information?
It's just how it would work. It doesn't make it just doesn't make any sense to me. But I have to read the report. Just reading the paragraph, the question, like the how question keeps popping up. Like, how is that possible that your electricity for this one device in your house would be renewable? is it's still coming from the street. It's the same electricity as the rest of your house. But I'd have to look into the report to understand that.
Yeah, annual renewable matching. So it's he's saying the renewable matching. So I don't know exactly what that means, but my thought is that that means that for every, it's just like replanting trees, basically, right? So for every fossil fuel source of
Yeah,
energy or amount of energy I consume, there's renewable energy being produced elsewhere that's
generated,
being used elsewhere. So
I
it's
guess.
balanced out.
Yeah. Sounds dubious. I don't know.
Okay.
It's a good headline, but it sounds a little convoluted to me.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't list the source here, so maybe you have a
Yeah.
point there. SpaceX stating that Dragon re-entering Earth's atmosphere before splashing down off the coast of Florida. So this was a couple days ago, but just cool picture, kind of cool. It's just a little streak
Yeah.
through a dark.
A little looks like a shooting star.
This was from Neuroskeptic. Asking people to stop using social media for 1 week leads to significant improvements in well-being, depression, and anxiety. We also need to test effects of asking people to increase their use, or would that be unethical? It's just something that he liked here. More graphs from the impact report. We're aiming to sell 20 million vehicles per year by 2030.
Yeah, that's a drastic increase between. I mean, you still last year, 2021, at least around here, there's a lot of Teslas around,
Oh
but
yeah.
that's just a fraction of what is going to be out there in 8 years. It's
Mhm.
crazy. That really is
Yeah,
amazing.
huge. This was also from it. To accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy, we build products that replace some of the world's biggest polluters. And they avoided 8.4 metric tons of CO2 emissions just through their customers last year.
Mm.
This was from Shibatoshi Nakamoto. Another day of thanking God because all the cringe stuff I did as a kid and teenager isn't publicly posted on the internet. Got to feel for that younger generation, Mark.
Oh
Who's
yeah.
going
Oh
through
yeah.
those times of their lives and everything is documented.
Amelia and I watched the Disney movie Simply Red. I think
Yeah,
Simply Red
Turning
or
Red.
something.
Yeah.
Turning Red, and we noticed that was took place in 2002 movie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it had to be then because otherwise everyone would have their phone. They would just record everything that's happening in the movie all the time.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be able to hide from the public.
Yep. It's well, some of it was caught by like local news, the red panda jumping around
here and there.
Yeah. Here's just some fun stuff. I don't think we need to cover all that. I mean, I'll put it up on the screen. Anyone listening can stop and look at it. So we have SpaceX became the first company to dock a commercial spacecraft at the International Space Station. So he's there.
I understand. Wasn't that a long time ago?
Yeah, I think that was last week. So.
Well, last year, a couple of years ago. Oh no, the one last week
ISS
with the crew.
Then? I thought they just went up. That was the first manned. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. This is from the impact report here.
Yeah. This is just some Brett Winton from ARC commentary.
Yeah. It's Tesla's the only automaker in the world that is financial incentive aligned with delivering ongoing customer safety improvements. It's excellent.
Yeah. So I'll spend the rest of the weekend digging into the report.
Yeah.
Definitely need to get into that. This was from just a little while ago. This was Elon saying that this is sage advice in this thread, and it's David Sachs, who I think he worked with previously on PayPal. But just, I mean, these two guys both lived through the trauma of the 2000 tech bubble. And David Sachs just sending out a warning here saying that startups with high growth and moderate burn will get funded through the downturn, but those with moderate growth and high burn will not get funded through the downturn. Saying
it's all about the burn rate now.
You gotta either grow faster or cut costs significantly because
be more efficient.
You think that your funding will just be lessened but it's going to disappear in this type of environment. I think
I
basically
mean,
saying I've lived it and watch
yeah,
out.
over the last 2 years, it's just been crazy. I mean, literally, you can walk in the room and get funded these
It
days.
seems that way.
It's,
Yeah.
I think the last 6 months, before going into the back end of 2021, was like more funding happened than in the 3-4 prior years combined. It was just money was flying out the window.
I have some
So,
thoughts on that I'd like to run by you, not on this call, but I
yes,
just some discussion points about that.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
interested to hear your take. But
Okay.
let's just finish it up here. So we got Steve Graham saying, how did Elon successfully create so many types of businesses as a total outsider each time? How did he fund his founding teams? How did he recruit so well in areas that were at the time outside of his area of expertise? That is GOAT tier. And then we have Ron Hill responding here, which got a like from Elon, just a video of first principles method explained by Elon Musk. And that's
Mm-hmm.
it. That is how he did it. Saying. So
That's
yeah,
it. That's how.
that's a lot going on a Friday night, Saturday morning, but thought we'd get on and catch everybody up with what Elon said.
Absolutely. It's good to hear rather than running through 4 days worth of stuff on a Monday.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
good.
And if
All
we don't
right.
talk to you tomorrow, have a great Mother's Day.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day.
See you Monday.